So cats don't weigh very much, but they can be, I guess, destructive in their own way because they will use, momentum and inertia and whatever else to get places high and low, and they're chasing each other around. There's a lot of pressure and the things they push off of and stuff. They stayed in the barn the other night, and I had a stack of hay 4 bales high, and when I come in the next morning, it looks like that. And they were stable. They weren't going anywhere, except the cats started playing on them somehow, and that is the end result. So if you have anything you don't want messed up or is kind of fragile in your barn, be aware, cats can topple them. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have a little conundrum, and maybe you can help me with it. I don't know. I'm standing close to the road here in my front yard, and in this area of my yard, you can see here, it's beside the driveway, and I've always had to mow, this area between the driveway and these woods here and up to the road. But last year, a internet company dug a little trench to give us fiber optic internet, and that's not the problem. The problem is where they dug, and it's not their fault, and not an issue with them. But now I have, and it never was here before, I have running water that starts there. You can see it's just right here, but you can see that it's running. See that right there? I don't know if you can see that or not. It is trickling and running, and it's constant. Super muddy, and you sink down into it when you step in it. I don't even know if I can mow it, but just happened late fall, early winter, and this spring, it's this constant, and it's completely wet right here, always running. This plant, this bush that I put here last year is, I think, dead because of the water. So I believe the internet company accidentally dug into or reached or breached a spring of some sort, and it is not going to stop. So how do I address it, I guess, is my question. See, this is super funny. Well, they're all over here now, but they were all over their field, all over their pen, looking for those pieces of bread. She's looking right now. She found one, but they smell them out, and they look all over. It's just like hunting for hidden treasure. I think it's fun. What are you doing? What are you doing, man? You're excited, huh? All right, I'll get you something to eat, okay? How's that sound? Sound like a deal? Ha ha! Ha ha! So what do you all think I should do with that little flooded area? Use rocks of some sort, or landscaping cloth, or just leave it as it is and see what happens, or try to grade it so it, runs into the culvert or whatever. I don't know. It seems like if I leave it alone, it's going to become a mess. But it isn't a huge mess right now. But I know when I step in it, I sink way down in. I don't know if I can mow over that or not. And it is a constant trickle. It isn't just when it rains. So it's going to be there. I just didn't know how to take care of it. I don't know. Never had to deal with that kind of thing before. Man, I so have spring fever. Spring is not here yet, but we are getting a couple of days up close to 70. Amazing. But then you'll have days in the 20s. So it's that up and down time of year, which is super frustrating, but we are getting those warm days. Like today is about 65. And pretty soon, grass is going to be starting to grow again out here and giving these piggies something to munch on. So that's also exciting. But man, oh man, I can't wait till it's just nice and warm. But I have issues with, you know, July and August when it's 95 and 100% humidity. I hate that. But what can you do? When you live in Ohio, you're going to get it all. Anyway, I just thought I'd tell you, I'm super excited. Spring's coming. Look at these crazy chickens. They're acting half dead, but they're not. They're doing their little dust baths. But another sure sign of spring, which I love, is this guy right there. An egg in the nest box. They haven't been laying all winter, and I've been getting some straggling eggs lately. So that is another sign of spring. Did you just put dirt on me, chicken? Huh? What do you think you're doing? Anyway, super exciting. Guess what? These chickens are being sneaky already. They're not even free ranging yet, and they're being sneaky. I showed you this egg, which is awesome, but they have found this little corner back here and decided to put some eggs down there. How rude! I didn't even see them until I came in here and started talking. I hear a woodpecker in these woods right here. It's pretty close and it's pretty regular. Tick, 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 tick. I want to see where it is so I can show it to you. If it's a pileated woodpecker, it's going to be huge. But I don't know what it is yet. I'll let you know as soon as I see it. It's up in here somewhere. Do you hear it? Yeah. Alright, I'll look for it. I never did find that woodpecker, but when you walk to the tree, they will just move to the other side, so it could still be right here in the tree, so I just don't see it. But I was listening for it in these trees right around here. That's where the sound came from. But this dead tree right here, you can see massive evidence of woodpecker damage right up here. I mean, that woodpecker did that. All kind of shavings were on the ground. So either that was a bunch of little guys or one or two big, you know, pileated ones. And oh, I'd love for you guys to see them. I will keep an eye out because I do see them flying around here every now and again. So, I'm sorry, I'm just excited. We'll see where this goes. So what I don't know is if that woodpecker was pecking for food or clearing out an area for a nest. If it was a nest, I don't want to make them, you know, anxious or nervous that I was hanging around, so I'm not going to make a big deal of it today, but I will keep an ear and eye out and let you all know what I find. I remember when I was a kid, I must have been 12 or 13. I mean, I was pretty young. And my dad had one of these Gran Torino station wagons. It was gigantic, and it was lemon yellow. Just the ugliest thing in the world. Don't know why he got that one, but that's what he got. And it had a back seat in it that faced the rear. So if you sat in the back seat, you were looking out the back of the car. And all of us kids thought that was the coolest thing in the world. That isn't even part of the story. The point of the story is, he was working on something like the tail light on that thing one time, and he was getting to it from the inside of the car. And he said he wanted me to drive it up the road with him in the back working on it. I don't know why. Maybe he was just trying to give me an opportunity to drive. I don't know. I've never driven before, but I thought it was super cool. So I'm like, okay, all right, I'll do it. So the back seats in that station wagon all were able to lay down completely flat. So after the driver's seat, it's just one long flat surface all the way to the back door. So he's back there with all the seats down and work on that thing. And he said, drive super slow to the end of our road, and then I'll turn around, then you can drive back. I said, okay. So I'm driving super slow, and I'm coming up to the stop sign, and I'm thinking, okay, I can stop. And we get up to the stop sign, and I go, boom, step on that brake hard as I could, and man, it was just an instant stop. And he comes flying up to this driver's seat, crashes into it, and his tools go flying everywhere. He goes, what are you doing? You trying to kill me? I said, no, Dad, I didn't know it would stop that fast. I'm sorry. I didn't get in bad trouble. The car wasn't hurt. He wasn't hurt. I guess what I'm trying to say, that is one of those indelible memories, because it was quasi traumatic to me, because instantly, he raised his voice a little bit. I mean, it wasn't bad, and tools were flying, things were happening, and I thought I'd done something wrong, but in the end, I didn't. So it's one of those memories,
Hey, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to continue being a part of all the adventures and stories that happen on Rubber Soul Farm. I hope we can spend more time together on the farm, but until then, enjoy your animals and take care of yourselves.